Hello, Faith Christian Center, and welcome to the Thursday edition of our Fireside Chat. It's a beautiful summer-like day, and I'm so glad that you've joined us today. I'm really thrilled because tomorrow I get to get a haircut finally. This is getting so unruly. My wife took a shot a couple of weeks ago at trimming it, and she did a great job, but this is just so now that they've opened up here in Rhode Island, I have a chance to get back to normal a little bit. So you'll hopefully see me looking a little different on Monday. I want to talk to you in the middle of all this stuff we're going through, not just with the virus that's out there, but with the horrible demonstrations. But not only that, it's what's behind those demonstrations and the anger and the pain and the things that are being expressed. And the real question to me, and we'll talk a little bit about this on Sunday, is what's the church's responsibility? And how do we as a church represent Christ in the middle of this? Last night, we did an interview with three of our teens, amazing young men and women. I'm so thrilled with the quality of them and what they said, because they felt what's going on. They were right on about the right issues and not being distracted, but they were also very much filtering things through what would Christ have us do. And we need to take a lesson from that, because we react all over the place, and our reactions may be justified in some areas, but we need to come back to what has Christ called us to do. Because when this is all said and done, this is what I try to have govern my life. When this is all said and done, whether I've been right or wrong, you are right or wrong, whether this world is turned upside down or has, I'm going to ultimately stand before Christ, not for whether I'm going to get into heaven or not, because that's in him, but I'm going to stand before him for whether I did what I was supposed to do the way he wanted me to do it. In fact, there's some very, very chilling words that Jesus says. He said, because we will be judged for every idle word, that means useless word that we've spoken. So we've got to realize that how we respond to this is not just whether people like us or don't like us, whether we see change or not change. We're going to stand before Christ and give an account for what we did in this situation. And that's challenging on a number of fronts. First, it's challenging to not overreact, to not let our emotions control us and speak out things, especially on social media, that are not reflective of Christ. But it also means we have to be willing to let our own boundaries be expanded by him. And I'm talking particularly about the love that he's commanded us to walk in. This is a commandment that we have. It's not a suggestion. And I know if you've been a Christian for long, we know that. But the question is, are we doing it? And there is an amazing opportunity to learn to walk in that kind of love. And that kind of love begins with not pushing my own agenda, whatever it may be, even if it's right, but being willing to listen to and come to whoever it is that's disagreeing with me. And I'm finding that in my journey of walking through this time, and especially with the issues that have been triggered by the death of George Floyd and all the emotion that's come out of it, the anger that's come out of it, and I'll talk about that Sunday. Most of it's justified, but how do we respond to it? What do we do? And we really can learn from these young people that are in our church. What I'm trying to share with you is it's confronting my boundaries of the boundaries of walking in love that I've had. And am I really walking in the love that Christ has called me to walk in? And he's the measure of that. And so this is what we'll give an account for, because his commandment to us was to love one another. And that one another starts with the church. It starts with you and me. But it doesn't just limited to you and me. It's limited to people that we may not like. It's limited to people that have done things against us. It's not limited to anybody. It's for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And if this love is not making you uncomfortable, if it's not confronting you where you live, then you really haven't seen it yet, because his love will confront what we're willing to do. So we need to be willing to let that love confront us. And what I'm seeing, what I'm learning is the more I'm willing to allow his love that he's calling me to walk in, to confront the boundaries that I have built into my own life, whether it's in my own thinking, whether it's in my heart, the more I begin to know him and the more I begin to walk in his love. because he said, if you're going to abide in my love, you have to obey my commandments. We cannot really know his love unless we're obeying his commandment to love others. And this is a real growth area for me. And I suspect it should be a growth area for all of us. We'll talk more about this on Sunday, but I just wanted to open my heart to you and just have you share with me the challenge that I'm going through. God bless you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.